Hi trader, Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. Before we get underway and kick it off with a recap of the overall markets, I want to get a few things out of the way. The first thing is, if this is your very first time listening to a ShortMeTina video, I want to say 1, welcome, and 2, comment in the comment section. Let me know your views on my analysis. Let me know your name. Just say hi. I always say hi back. If you are returning and you're dialed in and tuned in every single day to a ShortMeTina video, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I know you can be doing so many other things at this point in this moment, but you choose to spend it with us here, and that means a great deal to us. Something that we've been doing for this week, perhaps some days last week, but going forward, I think it's fitting to start out with our mission statement so you can know where we are coming from and what our mission and what our goal is. So to read it, it says our mission is to build a powerhouse of successful traders and help you find more winners. We conclude, I conclude, if you win, we win. That is our mission. That's our standpoint. That's where we're coming from. But before we can do all of that, please, in the comment section, let me know what your biggest, right? Big bold letters. What is your biggest frustration in reaching your trading goals? This is not the time to be shy. You have real money, I'm assuming, on the line in the stock market. If you're not successful, if you're not doing well, if you're losing, if you cannot find your way, if you're getting frustrated, and trust me, I've been trading for over 15 years. I've been there. I've gotten frustrated. It got to the point where I almost gave up. Thank God. I continued, I persevered, and I stayed the course rather. So I say all that to say, do not be shy. Let us know, right? Let us know what your biggest frustration is in reaching your trading goals. I think you would be surprised to know that it might be a frustration that's shared not only with yourself, but amongst other traders. And it might have been a frustration that I dealt with at some point in my trading career, okay? So 2 things. Our goal is to transform you into a successful trader. And before I can do that, I need to know what your roadblocks are. I need to know what your biggest frustration is in reaching your trading goals. So let's kick it off with a recap of the overall markets. All right, so again, we're starting off with a recap of the overall markets. What you're looking at right now is the SPY S&P 500 daily chart dating back to 2017. Again, in my opinion, the SPY has been within a range for the past 2 years. The highlighted areas are the instances in which the SPY traded outside of that range. I define the range as support comes in at around 260, resistance comes in at around 280 to 282. We took quite some time to penetrate that 280 to 282 level. We finally did it in March of 2019, about 2 months ago. And since then, with the exception of 1 or 2 trading days, we've managed to remain above 280 to 282. So although we have pulled back about a few percentage points since topping out at around 294.95 to be exact, again, we've pulled back. In my opinion, things should be okay, or things are fine, because we remain above 280 to 282. Granted, we're hanging around that 280 to 282 level now. So if, as I've indicated before, or rather I indicated yesterday, the more often a level is tested, the likelihood of it breaking increases. So while on one hand it is good that we've remained above that resistance, now support level of 280 to 282, there is sort of like that area of caution because we continue to revisit that 280 to 282 level. So for me, going into next week, again, it's a long 3-day weekend, going into next week, closing out May and starting June, I like to see the SPY drift away to the upside from that 280 to 282 level. If we can start climbing up, right? If we can start stair-stepping up, I think that would bode well. If we continue to hang around 280 to 282, there's a likelihood that it will break. What else? And then we have the IWM daily chart. So let's pay attention, obviously, to where the annotations are or the notations are. Similar to the SPY, and paying attention to that support level. And for the IWM, that comes in at 148 to 150. We closed at 159, but again, like I indicated, similar to the SPY, I don't want us to retest that level too much. It is great for the most part that it has held, meaning that, we haven't dipped below 148 to 150, with the exception of 1 or 2 trading days dating back to February of 2019. So that's about 3 to 4 months of support of 148 to 150 that has held. However, there's that cautionary tale, because if we continue to press and test that level, in my experience, the more often a level is tested, the likelihood of it breaking increases. And we don't want 148 to 150 to break, right? We want that level to hold, and more specifically, we want to get above this longer term resistance of 160. We've only done that twice, luckily this month, but we've only done that twice within the past 7 months. So if we can actually get above with confirming volume, I think that would bode well for this, in my opinion, this bull market. What else? And then we have ticker IMRN daily chart, off really huge on the day, off about 27% to close at 366 with confirming volume. This is a daily chart dating back to 2017. You can see, based on this chart and this red line that I have here, that support of around, we can call that support area around $4.50 to $5, essentially held going back till 2017, with the exception of today where you had this gap down and break. That should signal to you that the stock in this moment is very bearish. Now, again, we closed at 366 on confirming volume. More than likely, the stock will try to backtest this area of around 4 to 450. I don't think it's going to quite get there, but if it cannot get above that area, expect more downside. What else? And then we have ticker LTBR daily chart, another stock that is off hugely on the day. Again, off about 27%, closed at 81 cents in after hours. I see an after hours print of about 78 cents, so it's off a little bit more in after hours. So heading into next week, you want to pay attention to today's low of 79 cents. In my opinion, the fact that we closed so close to the low of the day potentially signals that this can break more. And if it breaks, pay attention to volume. On volume, there is a good chance we're going to revisit the most recent lows of around 49 cents. What else? And then we have ticker AVH, up nicely on the day, right? So congrats to the bulls, up about 28% on the day. This is a daily chart dating back to 2017, but let's focus in on price action here. Again, today was a huge day. Stock is up north of 30%. High of today came in at 4. We closed at 396. So we closed close to the high of the day with confirming volume. The only cautionary tale is the stock essentially is hitting or running up against 6 months or 7 months or so of resistance dating back to late 2018 again. So again, the only cautionary tale for me would be the fact that the stock sitting here at 396, having touched for today, is hitting resistance. And normally speaking, when a stock hits resistance, as you can see back here, and if it cannot penetrate above that resistance level, you usually have a decline. So that would be the only cautionary tale. If, however, the stock can get above 4 and hold, that would be a tip in the bull's direction, and you can potentially get a second run. What else? And then we have ticker HEAR daily chart dating back to 2017, but let's focus in on price action since this gap up occurred back in May of 2018. Again, as I've indicated, and I've done several videos on ticker HEAR, I want to say dating back to October of last year, but since topping out at around 34.50 north of 35 in August of last year, the stock has been in a clear decline. It's been in a clear decline, and I've indicated that at some point this gap here of around $8.19 will be filled. Now, granted, it's taken quite some time for that to materialize, but again, sitting here at 8.55, we're very close. The stock is off about a little over 1% on the day. My thesis has not changed. I still think that this gap is going to be filled. The stock continues to show short, long, and intermediate weakness. What else? And then we have ticker MNI daily chart. So stock is up about 22% on the day. So congrats to the bulls, closed at 245. However, I know this this chart might seem confusing, but this is a longer term chart again, daily chart dating back to around 2008. So we have about 10 to 11 years worth of data. In my opinion, this story is very much so broken because if we fast forward to around March of 2019, that support level, we can call that around $4.50 to $5. That support level that has held dating back to 2008 eventually broke. So the fact that the stock popped 22% is not of a surprise to me, but unless it can get back above, let's say that $4 to $5 range, chances are this drifts lower. So I wouldn't even waste my time betting on this stock on the long side. What else? And then we have ticker SLS daily chart, off about 25% on the day, closed at 58 cents. I see 64 cents in after hours, so it's off. Well, it's up a little bit in after hours trading. Even with that, the stock is, in my opinion, from a technical standpoint, broken. Again, if you go back to August of 2018, so that's about a little short of a year's worth of data. That area of, we can say, 80 to 90 cents. Let's say 80 to 90 cents has held for an entire year, with the exception of today. You had this gap down and the stock went as low as 58 cents. And we actually closed at the low with confirming volume. So although it's up a little bit in after hours, again, support that has held for about a year broke. I wouldn't be surprised to see if the stock tries to retest this area of around 75 cents. We call that a dead cat bounce. But if the stock cannot get above that 75, 80 cents area, which I suspect that it will not, expect this to go lower. So I am bearish on ticker SLS in the intermediate and shorter term. What else? All right, so let me update everyone on ticker ZNGA, Zynga daily chart. I'm just going to focus in on price action here. As you folks know, we went long Zynga in the premium member community when the stock was trading in the low to mid threes. Saw the saw the stock shoot up to around $6.30, providing members at the height about 100% return on their investment, on their trade. And even sitting here at $6.06, I remain bullish, right? I remain bullish. And if you take a longer term view, right, if you go out with this chart, going back to 2012, we are running up against resistance. So if we can get above that $6.30 level and hold, in my opinion, you're looking at an $8 stock. I still like Zynga. I am still bullish. What else? All right, and so we have ticker JD. We're going to round it out and wrap it up with ticker JD. Again, want to update folks on my viewpoints of this particular stock. So to remind everyone, we did go long JD in the premium member community when the stock was trading at around $19 to $20. We saw it shoot up to around 30, again, providing members with a decent size return. We have since pulled back. Today we closed at 26.32, off about 1.5% on the day. Broke, right? This blue line here, which is, in my opinion, shorter term support. We can say that comes in around $26 to $27. So we broke, not 26, let's just say $27 to make things easier. So we broke short-term support of around $27 again, sitting here at 26.32. Obviously, I would like for the stock to get back and above that $27. If we can do that, we're definitely on our way to 35. The more it drifts towards, the more it drifts away from that 27, 26 area, the less bullish I become with JD. But for now, broke, not broken. just pay attention to JD. I am still long. I still like it from a technical standpoint. All right, so that's it. Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of this video, I'd like for you to do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section. If you are a new trader, say hi. What are your views? Do you agree with my analysis? Did you disagree with my analysis? I asked the question, I posed the question at the beginning of this video. What is your biggest frustration in reaching your trading goals? Again, comment, let us know what you think, right? If you are returning, comment as well. I like to engage, I like to interact. That's the first thing. Secondly, if you want more videos like this, I do them Monday through Friday. When the stock market is open, the stock market will be closed on Monday, so do not expect a Short Me Tina video. I know you're sad, I'm sad, we're all sad, but sometimes you do need a break to refresh and replenish. So again, if you want more videos like this, head on over to our YouTube channel at Short Me Tina. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. Again, Monday through Friday. If you are subscribed, notifications are turned on. You will never miss a video. And lastly, I've been trading for well over 15 years. Oh my God, how did I survive the stock market? I've been trading for well over 15 years. If you think you can learn anything from this stock market veteran, then head on over to ShortMeTina.com. Sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening. And as always, thank you for the support. Enjoy your holiday. I will see you back here on Tuesday.